Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. Got some very nice darts here from Marc Kerr of Love Darts, and these are the Love Darts Predator. Now, as you know, Marc has done some really nice designs over the years, and they're often inspired by his memories from childhood and what have you. And these ones have been inspired by the old Adidas Predator football boots, and also the Predator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's one of my favourite movies, that as well. Now, there's two versions, but essentially it's the same dart. We've got the normal Predator and the Predator Stealth. The only difference is the Stealth is shorter, more compact style, a bit lighter, but it's also a little bit thicker as well. So I'll show you both versions in this video. And he's got some nice new packaging, but really nice design on the darts again. So let's check them out. Right, so I'm mostly going to focus on the normal Predator. I've got the 23 gram and the 95% tungsten, the Predator Stealth for 22 gram. There is no soft tip. The UK price is £84.99, European price £89.99, and rest of world is £94.99. Right, so I've already opened them, mainly because it was a bit of an effort trying to get the foam out. I just couldn't get my fingers in to pull it out, but anyway, there's the packaging. He's done a really nice job on the packaging. Got a big image on the front there of the barrels, as you can see, and on the back it tells you what's inside. So that's the Predator and that's the Stealth, but as I mentioned, it's both the same design. So inside you've got a foam inlay holding everything in place, and he's also got these little thank you cards which he's signed himself, so it's a nice little touch. And the darts come supplied, on the come fitted I should say, with the diamond cut points and the Love Darts short nylon stems. And he's also got these new flights which I'll give you a better look of in a minute, but these have got like a kind of a Harrow's silica effect on them, same kind of like textured around the edge, and it's like a cracked lava effect. I think he's called these fire edition, and these are number 2 standard flight. Done a good job on the flights, so that's what you get in the package. So as I mentioned already, they're fitted with the diamond cut points. It's a straight barrel dart, got a very slight bull nose, or I should say a slight taper to the bull nose, and it's got this hex chasm grip which is very neatly done, and it's got the red electroplate coating, I think it is, in the little indents, so kind of gives you that impression of a lava thingy. So I think that's why he's got the lava flights. But obviously, as you know, green's my favourite colour, but I do appreciate other colours as well, and that looks quite striking with the black and the red. Now as you get further up, you'll see it better in the close-up just now, but there's a section there where it's got the rune grip, so there's like rune symbols etched into the indents, and then as you get onto that rear section there, it's the hex web grip. So these are slightly wider hexagonal shapes, so kind of feels like a different feel on that section. And then at the very end you've got these kind of like circles with the kind of lateral cuts at the end of the barrel, but very nicely done, very neatly machined, but you'll see it better in the close-up in a minute. And there's the Love Darts short nylon stems, and these rather good fire edition Love Darts flights, so you can see through it slightly, but gives you that nice effect. And like I mentioned, it kind of looks like lava when you see it, but that's the full setup. We'll have a super close look at the barrel now. Actually, before that, I'll just compare the two darts together. Obviously, that's the one that I've just showed you, the Predator, and this is the Predator Stealth. So, as you can see, it's the same design, it's just a shorter barrel and slightly thicker. So I will put the dimensions up for it, but I won't do them both in the super close look because it's basically the same design. Right, so there's the etched points, the diamond etched points, and you got a slightly tapered bull nose. Just get back into focus, and it's just got kind of like circular indents and rectangular cuts there. And then you get into the hex chasm grip, so that's made of these hexagonal shapes, and it's got very fine cuts around it, so I think it kind of looks as if the black section's a bit rough there, but I think it's just because of the way it's being cut. Obviously they must have to coat it and then cut it and then coat it again, so but the red sections, it almost looks like glass, like a red glass, the way it kind of like shines through where the circular indents are. So there we go, that's the hex grip all the way until you get around this section, which is where the runes are. You know, I'm not sure whether Mark said the runes represented something that he said was a bit of a secret, and he was hoping somebody would find out what it is. Well, I don't know what the symbols are, so there you go, that's them in close up. And then after that you've got the hex web grip, so that's got slightly wider hexagonal shapes, and then at the end of the barrel you got the circular indents with the longer cuts, and I think that kind of reminds me of something on the actual Predator alien. I don't know if it's to do with like them weird tentacle things he had, but there you go, that's the Love Darts Predator. The darts fit with the diamond cut 29mm point. There's a small taper to the bull nose, 3.4mm. The measurements are kind of approximate because obviously it's not easy to get defined edges of where the X starts, but the next section is the hex chasm grip, which as you can see is them indented hexagonal shapes with the circular indents, 27.6mm, and then including the rune section and the hex web grip, that's 11mm, and then the rear section 10mm, length 52mm, width 6.65mm. And these are the two versions next to each other so you can compare them. Just pause the video if you need to check it more closely. Right, I'm going to weigh both of them, but I'll do the Predator first and then the Predator Stealth. So that's 23.07 grams, 23.04 grams, and 23.05 grams. And with the full setup, it's 24.65 grams. So I'll do the Predator Stealth now. That's 22.06 grams, 22.05 grams, stuck on the magnet there, and 22.09 grams, and with the full setup, 23.69 grams. So this is the normal Predator, barrels only, and this is the balance with the supplied setup. And this is the Stealth, barrels only, and once again with the supplied setup. I think it's one of them kind of curious grips. It may feel more grippy to some and less so to others, but I think the hex web section on the rear is probably the grippiest at 6. Right, let's give them a throw and see how they go. I'll do something a little bit different on this one. I'm still going to go one dart at each double, but I'll do the first 9 with my front grip with the normal Predators, and then I'll do the next 9 with the Stealth, and then I'll have a few throws at the 20s, depending if my elbow's okay, that is. If it's aching or anything like that, then I'll probably just call it a day, but I'm just going to stick with my front grip on the doubles for now. It actually feels quite a nice balance, that. I actually had a go at these when Mark came to visit me, and I was throwing them really well, and then when he put the video on to record, I couldn't hit a thing. It was just typical, that. But it's kind of hard to describe the grip. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a grippy dart, but there's like elements of it where you can feel like some grippiness. That's probably the best way to describe it. Yeah, got the double fork. Oh, I think I cramped up a little bit too much on that one. Oh, wrong double there. But it's got like a kind of a strange feel where there's like some grippiness, but it depends on how it sits in your fingers. I think you can get elements where it feels a little bit less grippy. I think it's just dependent on how your fingers hit like the little cuts and that and the corners and what have you. Oh, there's a 777. Oh, 88. Oh, but that's the normal Predator. Well, they're both normal, like, but Predator longer version. So I'll try the shorter version now. I've not actually thrown the short ones. I just open the flights up a little bit. I do like the feel of that coating on them flights. I don't know if it makes any difference to how the how the flight works, performs and what have you, but it kind of feels nice, that textured feel. Right, so obviously the stealth are a little bit lighter and a bit shorter, but I've not actually thrown these yet, so I do like the slightly chunkier feel of these ones. Like, oh yeah, there's the 12. Possibly, maybe a little bit better balance with my front grip, but I don't think there's a huge difference to it. Oh, I'll have to move again. Doing that a lot lately. I don't know if something's gone wrong with my foot. I set up to the hockey and I put my weight forward and then I get a pain in my foot. I'm falling apart. Oh, didn't let go of that right. But I think it's still got the same feel and everything. It's just whether you prefer a lighter dart and a thicker one and a shorter one, basically. But obviously you may go by your setup as well. Some people prefer to use a long dart with a short stem. Some people like using a short barrel with a medium stem. So it's all preferences in the end. Them two actually flew rather smooth. It's a nice looking dart though. Oh. Oh, I wasn't too far away. Like I said, that was my first throw with the short ones. Actually feels quite nice. I can't really decide which one I prefer though. I think I did a bit better with the longer ones, but for the sake of trying it then I'm going to try the midsection. I'll have a throw at the 20s and then I'll try the rear and then I'll try the short ones. Did I say, yeah, midsection. I'm still mostly on the hex chasm grip. I'm not on the hex web grip, which is the slightly wider hexagonal shapes. But again, nice balance there. We got a treble. Right, I'll try it from the rear. I don't want to throw too much because I can already feel my elbow start to ache. So I'll try it on the wider hex web grip for the rear section. Oh, that one flew through the air rather nice. I don't know whether that's in or not. Can't see it. Oh. Went a bit wild on the last one, but the first two, they went quite nice. So I'll have one more try with the rear grip. Actually feels just a maybe slight bit more grippiness there. I think it's just down to the, that was a painful one. Yeah, I think it's just down to the slightly wider indents, just giving it a little bit more grip, but I think it flew quite nice actually, and especially from the mid part. So I'll try the short ones with the mid grip. Oh, nice one that. I think they're actually flying better with the mid grip than the longer ones. So that's the stealth. I'll have one more try just in case it was a fluke. Because there's so many flukes happen when you're trying darts for the first time. It's that new dart syndrome. Just getting a little bit of movement like that, but it seems to correct itself pretty quick. But no, I think they were flying quite nice there in the mid grip. And as you know, it's not my natural spot, but I do like to try all the different spots on the barrel. So again, I'll try the rear section on the hex web grip. So I do like the slightly chunkier feel, like I said, of this one, but it's not like a huge difference. The grip level still feels about the same. Got a treble with the rear grip. Oh, got another treble. Oh. I don't know if it got that one in or not. Bloody battery on that camera went. So I don't know if you see me getting the second one in there, but there's no way I'm going to get the third one in now after having to stop and get a new battery. I don't know what's wrong with the batteries. I think my batteries have gone faulty. It was on full power when I put it in the camera. I've only just been in about 5 minutes. I think it's knackered. But anyway, I left that camera running to prove that I haven't cheated. So here we go. I knew it wouldn't work now because I've messed up the rhythm, but a 140 with my rear grip, that's still not bad. So I'll have one more try. It was probably a fluke, like, but... or maybe it wasn't. Oh, you see, I'm not too far away there. So I think the stealth are flying better with the rear grip and possibly from the mid section as well. So I think it's a nice start, definitely. It's going to be hard to decide which one I prefer. I have a feeling it may be the stealth light because I usually like a dart around that length anyway, 47, 48 mil. But lately I have been trying some longer barrels and not been doing too bad, but I don't know if it's to do with my elbow because I'm not getting the full turn round of the arm, and sometimes it's kind of, I'm doing like lazy throws because I'm conscious of creating some pain. So but anyway, I'm still waiting for the letter to get into the clinic and try and get something sorted, but that could be months away yet. So but the Love Darts Predator, really nice dart again from Marc. So you got the Predator and the Stealth, so take your choice really. Both very nice darts. I'll put the link up in the description. They'll be on the Love Darts site from Wednesday the 1st of October. So if you want to set, There you go. That's the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Happy darting.